Meow! Opal's cat. My EDC bag has not been performing the way I needed it to, so I've replaced the bag. Let's see what I replaced it with. So this is from Tentree. It's a large backpack that's thin. So it can go from like about 20 litres, you have to look that up, to about 35 litres. Now 35 litre capacity is pretty impressive, and that's why I went with it. It has nice straps that are padded and a nice backpack that's padded. The padding is made with algae. They're a very green conscious thing, and these are not leather, these are cork. You should never buy leather. But that's the story for another day. And I was very pleased with it, and I got my bonus water bottle. And now this water bottle actually is in fact single lumen, so it would be safe to cook with, but the paint wouldn't last very long. So having an actual water containment system that's secure was an important feature for me. Now on the other side of this, you'll notice this is looking a bit weird because they've got this top piece here, but I'll get to that in a minute. But the other part of this is actually a pocket where you could easily put a fairly decent sized knife in, or in fact one of these water bottles. So you can use this as a double water bottle. And in reality I probably will not do that because again water is not such a big issue for me, and I do carry collapsible water bottles to fill up in a punch. And let's get into why I like this design and how much it cost. For me, a grab strap's important, and both of these bags have these. This is a feature, if I didn't have it I would sew it in. This back grab is not as wide as I'd like it to be, and I may look at ways of making it wider and firmer, but it's pretty strong. Now the bag does not have a waist strap. I would have liked a waist strap, but it works very well and it can be adjusted easily, and there is a little bit of capacity to put some molly webbing and extra stuff here and here. So I'd like that for example, the compass or a quick knife release in an EDC get home situation. So the bag comes in 3 colours and you'll see them. The colour I picked is black. Not really wanting to advertise. This is the cool part of this bag. This is just such a cool feature. You actually can open up the top. So the bag is $130 Canadian, so about $100 American. I also sprung for $50 add-on bonus, which is about $32 American, and I'll show you them at the end. It's a modular system. So the bag itself, when you open it this way, becomes 35 litre capacity. And I'll show you just why that's important to me in a minute because of my schoolwork. Inside the main compartment there is 2 padded areas, padded both sides for a laptop. I don't use a laptop, I'm planning to get a laptop, but it's actually a great place to put flattish equipment that you don't want damaged, for example a self-defense item of whatever you might imagine, a self-defense item that could fit there that you don't want it to actually cause pain on your back and you don't want it to move around a lot. I like front compartments that do this. I like them a lot, and you'll see some pictures from the manufacturer on them. But inside the front compartment I have 1 and 2 pockets, so that would be ideal for placing first aid supplies, maps, compasses, stuff like that. At the back of it I also have a zip pouch here, which I can use for things I don't want to lose, medications, money, stuff like that. I also have a top big zip pouch, which is also not huge, but pretty big enough for my needs, and I like that. And then you have the centerpiece here. So there's plenty of room in here, and I'm pleased with this. The zip construction is, you can't really see because it's black, but the zip construction is great. I receive no money, no discounts, no nothing for this. Generally speaking, if I ever do get paid products on my site, which I occasionally seem to be getting asked to do a lot of, I will only pick things that I actually want for free myself, and I'll explain to you why, and I'll do as honest a review as you can, though it's impossible to do an honest review on something that you've been given for free. I still stand by that. and it will not be a major feature. I'm not sure how to buy my own stuff, but some things you can't buy. Okay, let's fill this bag. Bear in mind, I'm not filling this in any organized way. I just want to show you the capacity. This will always go in the base because it's heavy, and then this will go in because it's heavy, it's food bag and water. Then this will go in, and then these two go in. So just chucking it in like this and giving it a bit of a shape, I think you can see immediately I have a lot more capacity. And this is not the greatest, and I'm just going to take it out and now show you how it actually would be if I use this design. Wow, you can see the cargo capacity of this, even if I had to put a water bottle in. And I probably will stop carrying that water bottle and just use the side pouches. So this has a huge capacity for me to put A4 size papers in. I can easily put 150 in there with no problems at all. And then when it's finished, you close it like this. It's not going to be particularly watertight that way, but I probably won't need it to be. However, when you do it the other way, it's very watertight, very water resistant this way, because you have clips on the side. So yeah, $130 Canadian, it's not cheap, no doubt about it. Well, the constructions were good. It's a great company in terms of green and ethical source material. This is in fact made in Vietnam. Most of their products are made in America or Canada. It's a Canadian company, Tentree, and the workers are getting looked after compared to most people. So it's not ideal in terms of that, but it is very, very nice and even loaded. Again, having the ability to do this, for me, is an essential feature of kit. To be able to, under stress or at night, without any issues at all, do this and go, is what I'm looking for in a backpack. And I need a backpack for my EDC because I'm carrying too much stuff because I don't have a car to put it in. So me being me, I actually sprung for the bonus. This was just a luxury item, I just wanted to get it. So my EDC items inside the main backpack, which I've finally got around to organising enough to put in little packets, can go into these. So again, if I have to ditch the backpack for whatever reason, or more importantly, if I have to give more carrying capacity to somebody else, I have this as an option inside the bag. Now these have carrying straps and they work well, and it's not as padded a bag, but you can carry this and it's kind of a pleasant look. I can attach these to the bag, I can carry them by hand, I can hand them to somebody else to carry by hand. This would massively increase the capacity to probably nearly 45 to 50 litre capacity. Again, it's cork, again the zips are good, again the zips go all the way around, so if this has got stuff in it and I want to get it, I open it, and bingo, I have stuff inside it. Now, it's just a bag. Okay, but it's good quality. Inside I have two more Tentree bags because it came with the set. Designed for various points of view. This is more your kind of your basic toiletry bag. Again though, it has a little strap on it, and again that can be invaluable. So if you're handing small equipment off to a child, this sort of thing's a good idea. It also means that attachment to the main bag is reasonably straightforward if you have to increase the capacity. So what do you guys think? I think for me, the extra capacity from this bag is exactly what I need to have an EDC and to carry large numbers of papers around. When I started teaching university, I did college before that, when I started teaching university in 2006, if we had over 50 students in a class, and it was usually 44 to 46, we got extra cash written. It was unusual, and that became standard. And over the years, 13 years later, it's now common to have 115 to 130 students in each class. I try and schedule my graded papers to come at me on different days, on different weeks from my classes when I have more than one class, because I can't carry them. And because I'm sessional, I don't have an office, so I can't actually store them at the university, so I have to carry them to and fro. I really like this system. I think I'll have a lot of pleasure with it. Obviously I've got to use it. I will be using it starting Friday to and fro work. Anyway, that's all from me. Doodles.